So we're just over in the blinding sunshine at South Fawley Estate near Wantage. What I want to look at is the Horsch Terrano, it's a 4-metre FX, run on the maxi part points and also the non-maxi part wing here and the maxi part wing here. So we'll just have a bit of a compare between the two. But the maxi part point, you'll see this is a penetration point. Big piece of tungsten on the front, followed by two sort of toes of smaller tungsten running behind, so it's a really good penetration point. If you ever want to get in some really tough ground, then that's the point for you. We also do a chisel point, which is much flatter, slightly less expensive. Now here it's interesting, we've got the non-maxi part wing here. So first of all, I'll just take a measure. So we're looking at about 13 mil. You've got the tungsten running along the front edge. These went on at the same time. Certainly this is worn well back. We'll have a compare of that, but this is probably got about 4 mil of tungsten left on back on there. And you'll see instantly that these nuts are very, very proud. So always good to have the nuts in the shadow of the point, which is good, but if this is running a slender point, then these would be proud. What you can also see here is on the point, we've got soil build-up inside one of these recessed bolt holes. Now, what that allows, I've just picked this one out, and this fills with soil like this, and underneath, that bolt head is probably a good centimetre down. So that's completely protected. There's absolutely no wear on that bolt head at all. So we'll now compare that to the maxi part wing. So just take a measure at the back. That is just over 15.5 millimetres. The other thing that's worth noting is just how much tungsten is on the front. 13 mil left on this one. But what we've also done is, because this is thicker, if this was just flat, you would have the heads pushing out and they'd be outside of this shadow. So what we've done is we've recessed into that wing so the bolt head actually sits down flush there. So any soil that is coming through, that doesn't rub the top of those bolt heads off. This is being measured, so this will actually take a socket. So once you actually pick this soil out, you can get a socket down onto that so you can undo it. On the other side, you've got the nuts. These are slightly prouder, but they're still well embedded into that. Again, you can pick those out, get a good socket on there and undo them. So you've got a nice 3-4 mil thicker wing, a lot more tungsten still left on there. It's bellowing out a little bit here, but it's pretty good. And you'll get a lot more wear out of this because they are so much thicker.